What is going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody, and especially Big Ron? This is United Talk, the second segment of our back-to-back show for tonight. We're just going to go straight into this. Look, the first comment here from Big Ron is, "You're not running scared of the United and Sancho chat. Stop hiding." We are not hiding, Big Ron. We have all the smoke for you because Sancho, unpopular opinion, I think he had a good game. I think he was productive. Yeah, he misplaced a couple of passes, but that's what happens when you're trying to be creative against a team that effectively have 10 players behind the ball. I think he had a good game, and him and Ronaldo linked up a couple of times. And if that's anything to go by, and if I want to make a couple of assumptions and try and imagine stuff in my head, that Ronaldo and Sancho link up is going to be absolutely ridiculous. Sancho is getting 20 assists, 16 goals when he has Erling Haaland. I know Erling Haaland is an amazing striker, young striker, but Ronaldo is the striker. Imagine the link up.
I just don't get what people are seeing in Sancho from that game against Newcastle. I thought he had a great game.
Oh, okay.
I actually don't know what people are seeing. I don't know. Oh, they're saying, oh, he's forcing a pass and they block it, or what? Because he's trying to create chances. He's in the final third trying to create. If you're losing the ball in the final third and trying to create, I can't really get onto you that much. But obviously, if it leads to a counter and they score, okay, that's bad. But he's literally opening minutes with the game. You saw a couple step overs from him, as you said, playing with Ronaldo. Dan James would have been slaughtered. Dan James would have even done the things Sancho was trying to do.
Yeah, I think
trying to do stuff. Dan James just knock it past the player and run, and then cross into the box, and it goes to no one.
He didn't have a. It wasn't even a bad performance. That's the thing.
It wasn't.
Like what? You know what? We're so accustomed to seeing our players get to the box and cut back and just play around the box. When Sancho gets to the box, a couple of step overs, unbalances the defender, and then tries to play the pass that cuts through. They're not always going to work. And I think at least, maybe I'm the only person in the world, but I believe my opinion to be right. Otherwise, I wouldn't argue for it. I'd rather see someone try that pass and actually, because if that pass comes off, then you're one-on-one with the keeper, or if that pass comes off, you're in a much better position to find the back of the net. I'd rather see that than someone get to the box and cut back. Sancho does take a man.
Ah! Wait. How can't take a man on, have a shot or goal, even tackle the player. Zaha is a proper wide man. I hope Sancho was watching and taking notes. I think there's different type. I think no, you can't compare their styles of play. Sancho is a very different style of play. He will get past players and then thread a through pass, or he's not the one that really cuts in and shoots. He's not really. I mean, he does do it, but not as much. He's like about assists, and he will get goals. In the Bundesliga, he was getting goals and assists. The goals will come. It's been 2 games. He's not going to put everything out there in the 2 games he's played. However, the guy he's taken on. You want to know who Sancho has taken on? Okay,
Makio.
Was that his name?
Yeah, Javier Makio.
Yeah, him.
And about 3 other players.
How Sancho plays? How Sancho plays on the wing, he wants to unbalance defenders. Like, he will drop a shoulder, and then players usually fall, or they fall to go that way, and he goes the other way. He will literally. Come end of the season, we'll see praises of Sancho from you, Big Ron. I'm very sure. End of the season, we'll see praises of Sancho from you, because it's literally only been 2 games. I've seen it on the timeline. Lots of people are saying that Sancho was so bad. I literally don't know what they're expecting like 3 assists in 1 game or 3 goals. I don't know.
Because we're Man United, we're massive. Well, look, listen to this, yeah. When Sancho was playing for Dortmund, how many teams did Dortmund come up against that put 10 players behind the ball? Put Sancho in a team put Sancho against opposition that don't have literally 8 or 9 players camping on the edge of the area, and it's not sensible, or it's not logical. There's no common sense in cutting in from the running down the left. Sorry, you have one defender who's your natural opponent anyway. But then you have the centre back, one of the 3 centre backs. You have the centre mid, so automatically you have 3 players, and then all of the other players who are squeezing you, taking up all of the space, leaving you with basically nothing apart from maybe beating one and playing that through ball. Sancho's not going to be able to run at 4 defenders and beat them all. There's not many players in the world that can do that, genuinely. So when you play against a team like Newcastle, who, if you really want to watch the whole match back, be my guest, because you definitely be able to find it somewhere. Every time Sancho gets the ball, there's men. There's not just a man or 2. There's a lot of men surrounded him, drowning out the space. Think about this. 2 seasons ago, before we had Bruno Fernandes, it was Pogba getting crowded out. Then Bruno Fernandes came in. Bruno gets crowded out, but it gives Pogba more space. So each one of them has a bit of space. As soon as Sancho gets on the ball, swamped. You can't really do much. There's not much you can do there. Yeah, we'll check. Yeah.
We'll change the name. We'll change it. We're actually going to change the name to Sancho Fan Club, because I'm telling you,
he's a star. He had a good game.
He's gonna 21. We're forgetting he's 21, as Jeremiah says he's 21, and all I'm saying is Dan James could never. How old is Dan James? Starting on the bench for Leeds. Sancho is 21, starting for Man United, and will be here for a long time.
Dan James is a good player, isn't it? I just don't think he was at the level of a Manchester United player, but he can still do a very, very an exceptional job for a team in the Premier League. Sancho comes in now, and he brings a different style of play to Dan James. He's not as fast as Dan James. He's way more creative, and he has a better eye for goal. When we don't come up again, look, no one against that Newcastle team was ever going to dribble past 3 or 4 players. It just wasn't going to happen. Pogba didn't do it, which he usually does. Ronaldo did it once when he did a step over, hit the side net, and Sancho wasn't able to do it. It's just.
I feel like what was I going to say? Sancho, we'll move on obviously, but Sancho, he's a very new player. No one like him in the world. Very different player to anyone. He plays like he's still playing in the cages.
Yeah.
And he's brought it to the Premier League. Not many players make it to the Premier League who kept their style of play. But now he's kept that style of play and he's playing in the Prem. So he's going to be judged because of the way he plays. But when he's assisting Ronaldo for his hat-trick, people won't be complaining. But yeah, the whole game, Ronaldo obviously back at Old Trafford. I don't even know where to start with this. I don't know where to start. Where to start, because
it's like a dream come true. It was like a dream come true.
I'm still just trying to comprehend what happened. He's actually back at Old Trafford and scored 2 goals. 2 goals he scored on his second debut
twice. He won the game. He scored the match winner, and that's just Ronaldo. When when the teams are walking out, you're looking down the line and you're looking at star after star. I tweeted out, I believe we have 6 world-class players in that starting 11. Maybe you could push it to a couple more. But you had Ronaldo world-class, Pogba world-class, Bruno world-class, Luke Shaw world-class, Varane world-class, Sancho world-class. Maybe you could put Harry Maguire, but I don't think you can do that just yet. De Gea a couple years ago, yes. Probably not at the moment. Wan-Bissaka not there just yet. Greenwood will be there. And I believe the last one was Matic, who just isn't world-class. Stars in that team. We have a super team. We just have a super team, and we're at a level now. Okay, let's take Ronaldo out of the equation. I don't think we win the league if Ronaldo's not there. Now Ronaldo's there, and it's actually real. It's not we're linked to him and he's going to sign a new contract. We have Ronaldo. He's off the mark again. He's now 132 goals off Rooney's record. And did you listen to his post-match interview when he was talking about he had a speech instead of an initiation song?
I'm telling you now, that speech was Ronaldo. That speech was Ronaldo basically telling his teammates, I'm the captain now. I'm the manager of this club. That's what he's telling his teammates. And if you don't want to raise your levels, you're not going to play. So that's exactly what he told his teammates.
Yeah, and I think that's perfect. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Of course, he brings the legendary quality on the pitch, but off the pitch, you have more intense training sessions. Players are going to be looking at him thinking, "Oh, Ronaldo's here." First of all, they have to think about themselves. I don't want to look rubbish in front of Ronaldo. It's Ronaldo. I don't want to look rubbish in front of him. I need to up my game, even if it's from a selfish point of view. But then you have a collective team point of view. Ronaldo's here. He's going to help us. He's not going to drag us. He's going to help us raise our game and take us to the title, take us to silverware, Champions League, FA Cup, Premier League. You put the pressure on yourself, but these are professional football players who are playing at the highest level. Every football player at the highest level plays under some sort of pressure. Now that Ronaldo's there, he has a different level of pressure. And look, League Grant, everyone must have seen it by now. Don't know if it probably wasn't a joke, but he said it in a jokey tone. Usually at the initiations, players might have dessert. Ronaldo didn't have dessert. Nobody had dessert. And it's these sort of things that are just going to change the way we think.
The club, everything. He's bringing it. Well, obviously the ethos at the club is the same ethos that's been there for many years, but he's now bringing his own ethos because now players have seen where he was in this club and then where he's gone to. So now they know they need to follow his ethos if they want to be as great as him. And the only way they can follow it is to copy him, copy what he does. Yeah. If he's arriving 2 hours before training, many players are going to start arriving 2 hours before training. If he's not having dessert, many players are not going to have dessert. If he's demanding this level of consistency of whatever, players are going to put the work in to get there. And Fred will be staying 4 hours after training instead of 2 hours.
Fred should be on the bench.
He will be on the bench. But let's quickly go through the comments. Oli and his coaching staff had a few weeks to prepare for the Newcastle game. Not sure if you have seen it in 90 minutes, but we were clueless in the first half. I've just got to say about that.
I think Newcastle defended quite well. It's not the prettiest style of play.
It takes time to break down teams.
Yeah,
you just sit back. And obviously, first half usually it's going to be like that. It's going to take time to break a team down, but then once you get the goals in, they're going to keep going in. We scored 4 goals. That's just how football is. You're not going to score. Yeah, on paper we should be scoring 3 goals first half minimum, but in reality it's not like that. It's going to take time to break down teams. This is the first time many of these players are playing together. They may probably only trained once together because obviously England players came back on Thursday. They had the Friday training session and playing on Saturday. So then you have players like Ronaldo, Sancho. They're all getting to grips with each other. Is it the 3rd game of the season? 4th. So yeah, I feel like it will take time. And Oli, you have to give Oli credit because I literally didn't expect him to be playing that front 4. Yeah, Sancho, Ronaldo, Greenwood, and Bruno. I expected probably Pogba to be on the left. I expected Ronaldo to be up front, Greenwood, and then Donny and Matic. But he was brave to start someone like Sancho. He probably hasn't had the best start so far. Start him, give him confidence, have the confidence to play Pogba and Matic in the 2, because we know probably Pogba lacks the defensive discipline. However, beside Matic can coach him through the game. But I feel like with Oli, he just wants to get Pogba on the pitch. You just need him on the pitch.
See, the way I see it, yeah, we have 1 Premier League game a week. There's times where you will have 2 when it gets to the busy periods like Christmas. Matic is the best defensive midfielder we have. He's at an age now where everyone ages differently, but you can genuinely see that he's slowing down. He can't play 3 matches a week. I'd want to see Matic play every Premier League match, because the Premier League matches come once a week. And when it gets to the busy periods, you get 2 matches a week. But then when it gets to that period, you manage it differently. I'd want to see Matic as the sole holding midfielder, as like one there, and then you have Pogba here and Bruno there just in front of them, and then obviously you have the front 3. That's how I'd want to see it. Maybe we might get to that at some point, but even if it's a double pivot of Pogba and Matic, it works because you have the defensive discipline of Matic. When he's playing
I have to stop you there. It worked against Newcastle. It won't work against Man City or Liverpool or Chelsea.
Yeah, but that's a bridge you cross when you come to it. I don't want to see Fred playing against teams like Newcastle. I want to see Matic because he's better. He's just better. He's better on the ball.
So you say you want Fred against Chelsea or Man City?
Well, you're going to have to play someone like Fred against them because he's quicker across the ground, and that's the only thing Fred is better than Matic at. He's not a better passer of the ball. He hasn't got better ball control. He's not better in terms of his defensive awareness. I think I might have already said passing ability, that he can just get across the ground quicker. So it's when we have to press in the midfield, I'd want to have McTominay or Fred over Matic because it's just common sense when it comes to he's just going to be able to press quicker.
I feel like McTominay is his number one. Ollie's number one. Yeah,
but then at the same time, you have pros and cons with all of them. But in terms of you are a specialist CDM, that is Matic. In terms of you are a CDM, not a specialist CDM, you have Fred and McTominay. McTominay's best position is box to box, but that's Pogba's
he's an 8.
So he's not going to play there. And that's why he's playing in the defensive midfield position. If he can become the player that we want him to be, if he improves his discipline, if he can improve his quality on the ball, and he can improve his speed of play, because look, Varane's coming, he's playing 1-touch, 2-touch passes to Maguire. Maguire's improving the speed of his game. Luke Shaw, all of the back four is improving his speed, and so is Matic. A few years ago, Matic, I didn't want to see him on the pitch. I didn't want to see him anywhere near the team because he was taking 5 and 6 touches on the ball, doing those drag backs to the one. It just wasn't useful. It wasn't beneficial to the way we wanted to play, the speed we wanted to play. But now I'm looking at him. He's got players around him. You've got Varane right serving you the ball quickly. You have more time on the ball. And when you have more time on the ball, you can effectively make up your mind quicker. It sounds weird, but I don't know how to explain that. But you've played football, I play football. If there's a million players around me, there might be a bit of panic to set in. You might mess up. If you have a lot of time, you kind of already know what you're going to do with the ball. Then when you get the ball out to your other players quicker, they have more time. The speed of play against Newcastle, when we had the opportunity to pass it, it was good and I enjoyed it. Put Fred in that team. Some of the passes that Matic was playing had to be inch perfect, by the way. It wasn't just easy sideways passes. It was passes that had to be inch perfect because you're playing it in between two Newcastle players. You're playing it in between a player that's trying to press you. Put Fred in that situation, and I think you either overhit them, or they get intercepted, and panic sets in. And I think that's why Matic has to play in the Premier League. Apart from the games which require a centre defensive midfielder that can get across the ground quickly and press, and that's when Pogba is going to go on the left, and McTominay and Fred are going to come in. Because as much as we don't like them, they play against the big teams and they work. We haven't lost to Man City in a while, or we haven't. We've beaten them a lot. Liverpool, yeah, we lose to them. That's different. We do well against the big six, and that is when Fred and McTominay play. They might not be the best on the ball, but they're good at getting the ball back, and they're good at stopping what the opposition want to do. And as much as we might not like to admit that, stopping what the opposition want to do instead of playing the way we want to play, that's how Ollie works, and that's how he's managed to get results against the better teams. So apart from those games, I'd want to see Matic in the team because he just gives me a little bit more confidence.
I feel like, I don't know, I feel like we might not see Pogba on the left. I feel like now we have Sancho, we have Greenwood, we have Jesse, Martial. I feel like now Pogba is now going to have the freedom to be in that central role because there's no need for him to be on the left anymore.
Yeah,
we have players who can play there. We just need Pogba in the team. And then obviously you said Matic is best to be next to him or someone else. We just need Pogba on the pitch and Bruno. I feel like the wingers speak for themselves. We've got Sancho, we've got Greenwood, we've got Martial, we've got Jesse. So I think it just shows that we need to get that CDM role. And I feel like January potentially could get someone. But we need to sort that position out by then.
I honestly, I've been seeing rumors again. They're not going to die down, but Declan Rice, he's our priority. But if Chelsea going for him, he's going there. But they have 4 players that can play in that position, so I don't.
Yeah, Rashford. Is it October? Rashford's coming back.
I'm not 100% sure. I think that was the original date, but apparently his recovery is quite fast. Same with Scott McTominay, actually. He had an operation.
How did he have an operation? And then the following week, I'm seeing him in training. What is going on? It didn't make any sense.
It had to have been like a keyhole procedure or something.
It was his groin.
I don't know.
That's his groin. Even if it's keyhole, you're still going to be in pain.
Yeah, I don't know how it works. Football clubs are different when it comes to recoveries because remember when De Bruyne broke his leg against Palace and he was playing 2 weeks later? Football clubs are different. When you're at the top, you have the best available care, and the fact that McTominay's back in training, like full training, is beyond me.
November, okay. We'll go back up. Ronaldo scored in injury time from a rebound from a very speculative shot from Mason. It was not a well-worked or crafted opportunity. It was a rebound.
Yeah, and you score goals like that, and that's every team score goals. Yeah, it's football.
It's football. One person takes a shot, you follow up, great movement, tap it in.
If he didn't score that shot, you'll be saying, why isn't he following in the rebound? It's Ronaldo, it's Man United. You're going to get criticism. Look, he
senses danger. He senses opportunity.
Yeah. He's the highest goal scorer in history. The fact that Ronaldo still has doubters, the fact that Ronaldo still has people that look at him and think he's not going to be able to do it here, the fact that Ronaldo has all of the accolades and achievements and personal and individual awards, that the amount that he has, and people still think, no, he's 36. He's going to be rubbish. He just outscored Lukaku, went for 100 mil. Like he still has it. He's still one of the best in his position. Maybe not the best because I put Lewandowski ahead of him in terms of the complete striker, the one who's the best in the world at the moment. But Ronaldo's in the top three. I firmly believe that, and he just doesn't deserve the criticism. But that's what you get when you are literally the biggest athlete in the world. Yeah, we won't get rebounds every week, but take away Ronaldo's rebound and take away Bruno's world-class effort. That's not going to happen every week. You have Luke Shaw's through ball to Ronaldo, 1-1. Then you have the well-worked Jesse Lingard goal, 2-1. We still win the match. The fact of the matter is, last season, 18 months ago, we're not creating those 2 goals. We would have just scored the rebound and the pot shot. But now we still score those goals. So that won't go in every week. But in addition to that, we're scoring goals that are well worked. And I know the Ronaldo's second goal was a simple goal, but you're still creating a space. Luke Shaw's still driving forward and picking the right pass. He could have driven forward and passed it to the right to Pogba for him to do something, but he took it upon himself to wait for Ronaldo to make that run, wait for the pass, and make and play the perfect pass, because it was the perfect pass and it was a perfect first touch from Ronaldo. Took it right into his stride and it went through his legs, the goalkeeper, but a lot of shots go through keeper's legs. Yeah.
I mean, you're saying we're not going to get rebounds every week. Rebounds are bound to happen in football when someone takes a shot. So it can happen. And chance creation depends on opposition. Certain teams are going to play, such as Leeds, will be more open. Newcastle will be much sit back, play on the counter. So it's about how we approach each game. We approach in a different way. So you take it game by game. How we play against Newcastle, not like how we're going to play against Leeds or Man City. It's very different approach plays. So I feel like the players can adjust, and right now, how we win doesn't matter to me. As long as we're getting the 3 points, that's what matters. We move on, we celebrate, and we move on. I feel like that's the mentality. It's about winning, and I think that's obviously what Ronaldo is going to bring to the team. Let's see. Yeah. When we win the league, Ronaldo win the Golden Boot and PFA Player of the Year.
I don't think he's going to win Player of the Year. Manchester City seems to dominate that. So didn't De Bruyne win it? Or Diaz won it, and then Phil Foden won Young Player.
Yeah.
Diaz won it last year. I don't think Diaz deserved to win it, to be honest. I don't think Phil Foden deserved to win Young Player.
Bruno's goal was great, but we can't rely on goal contenders every week. Again, we're not creating or crafting good chances. I mean, that goal only came about through creating chances, because we're passing the ball around. They're getting drawn out wide. They're getting drawn out into the center. Then Bruno is is
He found
there,
himself in
free
a
in
lot of
space,
space.
because the Newcastle defense is being shifted left, right, and center, and then they can't get out to him in time because they've already been stretched, and then he has space to shoot. Why not? That is literally that's how you play. That's tactical, because was it the long big ball from De Gea that went to Greenwood?
Yeah. And
He
then it
was
went
doing a
back to
couple step
Pogba.
overs, cut out. Bruno found a space and took a shot.
And that's the quality that
football. Yeah.
Bruno has that quality. If that was Matic taking a shot, or if that was Greenwood taking a shot from now, we're thinking, why are you doing that? But Bruno knows what he possesses. He saw the gap, and it was an amazing shot.
Like, if you know you can do it, you're gonna do it. It's not literally like, oh, it's the goal of the month all the time. He can do it, so why not do it? It's like Ronaldo can score from outside the box, so why won't he do it? If that's the way to score a goal against a low block, you can't always go play 1-2s, get out wide, cut back in the box, score. Literally, if you can score in multiple ways, it makes you a much more dangerous team, because they know Fernandes is dangerous outside the box. So what they're going to do is they're going to try block him out. Other teams are now going to see that and try prevent the shot from outside the box. So they might commit someone to run out and try to close them down. But through doing that in the next game, you might play an easy 1-2 around that defender, get in the box, and then Ronaldo has a shot on goal. So all of this works in your favor when you have someone who's able to score from outside the box, because they might try and nullify that threat, and then you go and slot it in a free ball, and someone inside the box can score. What was the fourth goal?
I'm actually
Newcastle
just gonna...
players drowned down tools by then. Yeah, obviously we had just had most possession. You were out of the team for keeping the ball, and it was a really good fourth goal. Really, really good fourth goal. All came down to having all the creative players on the pitch. Van der Beek, Pogba, Martial, Lingard. We still had Ronaldo on the pitch at the time. When you have that many creative players on the pitch, anything can happen. Doesn't matter how much coaching input is put in, but when you have players like that on the pitch, they will make something happen. They train week in, week out with each other. They learn each other's movements. Something that's gonna, for players like Sancho, Ronaldo, who are new to the team, they're gonna have to learn each other's movements, and this will all come together. Yeah, we saw that comment. Yeah, Big Ron still saying we're not playing good football, creating chances.
Time will, the free flowing football that Manchester City play is not the football that I think we're ever going to play, because the different managers, different tactics. But the fine creative football, I think, will just come after with time. As Ib said, and in general, look, Ronaldo's just come. Sancho's still getting used to it. Pogba, look, when a new player comes in, that's going to start. Everyone has to kind of like adapt to the way they play, and vice versa. Like, it's not instant. You do sometimes have the new player bounce, but the majority of the time it takes time for everyone to settle in and do what they do best, whilst making sure everybody else is able to do what they do best. We're getting results, which is the best thing. A couple of years ago, new players come in. We play dead football. But we don't get the results. If we're still playing dead football and getting the results, then just imagine what we can do when we play the football that we actually want to play. And that's the positive that I think we can take from this. I believe we had a good game. If you don't believe we had a good game, we still got the 3 points. And that's honest. That is the most important thing at the end of the day.
Jeremiah says, if he was Maguire, give up the armband and give it to Ronaldo. I feel like Ronaldo as captain is only captain of his national team. He was never captain of Real Madrid. He was never captain of Juve. I'll leave it for Maguire. I wouldn't change that.
I believe the armband is just as simple anyway. It's clear to see the impact that Ronaldo has on other players. I don't think he needs the armband to do anything more.
If all he wins the Prem, he wins the... Yeah, of course, he wins the Manager of the Year. And Rashford, Sancho, Ronaldo, the best front three on earth.
Who's getting dropped for Rashford?
So you're saying Greenwood's getting dropped?
You're not dropping Greenwood. You're not dropping Ronaldo. And I believe Sancho to be better than Rashford. So what's going to happen now?
Saying the point I'm trying to make is that we'll not get rebounds every week. We're not creating chances. But for the striker, we had Ronaldo, Sancho, Bruno, Mason. None of them linked up to create a chance for each other except the rebound. Not creating at all.
The Wolves game was an anomaly. We shouldn't have won that game, but again, we did.
We won the game. We didn't play well. You need to win. If you don't play well and you get the win, can't complain. Obviously, you can complain, but as long as we got the points, we move on. Yeah, we had those players on the pitch, and they didn't create for each other. I don't really get that statement because we still scored 4 goals. We brought on other players and they linked up. Maybe these players didn't link up this game, but they might link up next game and score 3 goals. But right now, as we said, I think it'll take time for it all to work. As
I've got no worries.
Why have coaches if we're relying on rebounds?
Rebounds happen.
Does it not concern you that we can't work as a team and create opportunities? I think we can work as a team. I think the 4th goal proved it. I think most of the goals proved it. Luke Shaw is leaving his half as a defender, driving with the ball, taking upon the responsibility himself, and Ronaldo making the run and scoring the goal.
I believe Luke Shaw has the most carries into the final third of any defender or any player. So it's one or the other this season.
Why doesn't Bruno bang one in every game?
Not every shot you take goes in.
I mean, Bruno will take enough shots in a game. Obviously, as you said, not all of them are going to go in. Ronaldo takes a lot of shots. Not all of them go in. That's why he's the top goal scorer in the world. Taking on average 5 shots a game. He had about 5 shots on the weekend. Scored 2 goals. This is why he's scored the most goals in the world. Because he takes many shots in the game. And he has the confidence to take many shots in the game, even if he doesn't score many goals in that game. How long did it take Chelsea and Tuchel?
Tuchel is the better manager than Oli. Can't deny that. But Oli is improving, and I think he's showing his quality. I do believe we'll finish higher than Chelsea this season, higher than Chelsea and Tuchel. I believe we'll have some sort of trophy at the end of the season. But if we only have a Carabao Cup, if I'm honest with you, I won't be happy with that.
If we just have a Carabao Cup, Oli can go.
Yeah.
Oli can go if we just have a Carabao Cup.
At the very, very least, you have to win the FA Cup because it does hold some sort of historical, relevance to Manchester United. But ideally, you got to be winning the Champions League or the Premier League.
Yeah, that's what we need. If he doesn't win the Champions League or the Premier League, he can go. That's what I'm saying. If he doesn't win either of those trophies, he's going to go.
Because there is no progress from last season. You finish second and you finish runner-up. What is the next step? Because
if we finish second and FA Cup, he can go.
If we win the Europa League, all that tells me is we weren't good enough in the Champions League.
There's no way Ronaldo is letting us go to Europa League. Ronaldo can't touch Europa League. He's not allowed to touch. He's not allowed to touch the Europa League. His whole entire brand will go if he touches the Europa League. There's no way on earth.
Messi fanboys will have a field day.
He will never allow Man United to get into the Europa League. He won't. Ronaldo can't allow that to happen. The lowest Ronaldo's been is Champions League qualifiers with Juventus. He can't allow us to go to Europa League. There's no way. Ronaldo scores 2 goals on his debut. He hits the ground running. When will Sancho score his first goal? We can't compare Sancho to Ronaldo. I'm so happy Ronaldo's here because the pressure on Sancho and all the new signings is gone. He is gone, literally. But we can't compare the GOAT to the kid, the young GOAT. Literally, you can't. You can't do that. You literally. I would drop Greenwood for Rashford, Anton.
I don't know. What I don't want to see is Rashford first game back starts, Dreamer gets dropped. You have to earn your place back in the side. You have to come on for the last half an hour, show that you deserve to get that place back. I don't think Greenwood should be dropped. And honestly, I know for a fact that Sancho is in his peak. Sancho's got about 5 or 6.
He's 21 years old. How can he be in his peak right now?
Sancho's just getting warmed up.
He's warming up because his peak is how good most players get to. That's what we're saying. It's his peak.
Yeah,
this guy, he's literally warming up. His peak is going to be crazy.
Sancho is a generational talent.
If we're thinking this is his peak His peak is going to be extraordinary.
In the last few seasons, he's averaging around 35 goal contributions at 18 to 20 years old, and he's averaging 35 goal contributions. Imagine when he's 26, when he's fully in his peak, in his prime. Good, like that's ridiculous. The same with Erling Haaland, 65 games, 65 goals and 19 assists, and he's just 21. Imagine when he's 26 or 27 playing in a better team, playing with better players, and he's himself is better. Same goes for anyone. You're not, if you're at your peak and you're 19 years old, then you're just not a very good footballer, are you? Because you have no sustainability and you can't fulfill your potential. But Sancho is getting better every season, and I think that's the most exciting thing for me, because we've just signed him and we're going to have him for a good few years. Hopefully we'll have him in his prime, but if this is his prime, I'm taking it still. You're still getting 35 goal contributions a season if this is his prime.
Jeremiah says he needs Oli to win the Champions League and the Premier League. I need that too. I need a trophy. I need to celebrate. I can't just be here giving Oli this praise when he's not winning anything. I need it. Ronaldo cancels his contract if he touches Europe, if he touches a blade of grass
in Azerbaijan,
his contract is being ended that day. He'll rip out the contract. He'll be doing this, walking off the pitch.
He doesn't. His passport doesn't allow him to go that far out in Europe.
He can't. He actually cannot. If I see him if I see that we're in the Europa League, I'll actually cry for him, because it can't happen. It actually cannot. I don't think we'll get knocked out of the UCL anyway. Yeah, our group is is it?
Villarreal. We have Young Boys, Villarreal, and
Atalanta.
Yeah, I think so.
So it should be. They're saying we'll see the best of Sanchez in 6 or 7 seasons.
Yeah, because that's when he should be in his prime. But that's not to say that
we'll see some of him now, but which will still be very good.
Sancho's one of the best.
We'll see even better in 6 or 7 seasons.
He's one of the best in his position, and if you want to look at it from a stats point of view, then he is. If you don't want to look at it from a stats point of view, and if you want to use the eye test, he still is. But in 6 or 7 seasons is when football players usually reach their prime, when they're 26 to 29, 26 to 20, 28. He's 21 right now. 6 or 7 seasons, he's going to be 27, 28.
He is learning from Cristiano Ronaldo. Just remember that. He's learning from Cristiano Ronaldo. Didn't give James 6 or 7 seasons because his one or two seasons were not good enough. That's why. I mean, he'll prove us. He'll probably prove us wrong. No, he won't prove us wrong. Wan-Bissaka.
I like Wan-Bissaka. I don't have issues anymore.
Not really any issues with him. I mean, does the job. Can obviously improve his crossing. He will improve. Ronaldo will force him to improve. As I said, Ronaldo is now the manager of the team. So if Wan-Bissaka is not crossing the ball well, he'll tell Wan-Bissaka to stay behind with Fred and do 4 hours of crossing into the box until it's perfect. So
one thing I do think we'll see more of this season is Dalot. I think Dalot is going to start tomorrow.
Yeah, I feel like Dalot, obviously, he knows Ronaldo from Portugal, so that's a good shot, actually. Sancho will be on the bench when Rashford is back. He ain't shifting Greenwood but out of the team. I feel like Sancho will eventually go onto the right because that's his position. That's what we bought him for. We didn't buy him to be on the bench. Oli wanted a winger. He got the winger. Sancho. Greenwood wants to be a striker, so he will eventually be in that position. Obviously, right now, Rashford, when Rash is back, he's obviously in the left wing. Sancho bought him to be on the right. So it was always going to be between Greenwood and Sancho, and obviously Sancho is what Oli wanted. So it's a good problem to have. I don't mind it. I don't mind him being there. I literally don't mind. All this competition in the team is perfect. You couldn't ask for more.
Literally, just going to bring out the best.
He'll bring out the best out of everyone because everyone's pushing each other. Everyone wants to play. No one wants to be on the bench. Donny van der Beek had an interview with Rio Ferdinand. He doesn't want to be where he is. But the competition is there. He needs to prove himself. Obviously, he's not going to bench Pogba at the moment. Jesse Lingard doesn't want to be on the bench.
People are breaking records. Pogba's breaking records.
Yeah, because they're playing out of their skin, or they're playing to the level where they should be.
Yeah,
or that they have to play at because there's so much competition in the team. If you don't perform, you're benched. That's how it will be in this team, and that's perfect. That's the perfect atmosphere to be in.
You just love it.
Yeah, do Champions League preview tomorrow. Young boys, away from home, Switzerland. 5:45 kickoff. Obviously, the traveling team is very similar to the team we had on Saturday. So you're predicting Dalot right back?
Yeah, I think Dalot will start right back.
So Dean Henderson in goal or De Gea?
Dean Henderson in goal or De Gea?
I'm
saying De Gea.
I'm saying De Gea. De Gea because he had a great game. He had a good game. I'm saying De Gea. So Dalot right back. Lindelof or Champions League Varane?
Champions League Varane and Maguire, man.
Okay, yeah. And then obviously Telles or Shaw. I think Telles. Wait. Let me. The Telles. No, Telles is injured, so it'll be Luke Shaw.
Recall Brandon Williams.
It'll be Luke Shaw. Let me just quickly check the squad to make sure I'm saying the right stuff. So in the squad, yeah, there is no Telles, so it will be Luke Shaw. De Gea in goal. Bailly's there, so you think about Bailly on the bench, and then Varane, Maguire. 4-2-3-1, so 2 will be Fred and saying Fred and Pogba.
I'm saying Fred.
I'm saying Fred and Pogba.
I think Donny's going to start. I think Donny's going to start. Maybe Donny and Pogba.
That could be good to try out because it is young boys. And then 3 will be. I want Martial, Sancho, and Greenwood, but what do you think it will be? And obviously Bruno.
Do you really think Ronaldo's going to get Greenwood up front? If Ronaldo gets dropped, Greenwood up front, Sancho on the right, and Martial on the left. If Ronaldo starts,
but Ronaldo is not getting dropped. That's the thing. Ronaldo is already putting himself. He's written his name on the team sheet already. Then he plans the team.
Permanent marker. It's permanent marker.
It's permanent marker. So it will be Ronaldo, Sancho, Greenwood, Bruno, 10, Pogba, Van der Beek. So you think the only change from the weekend will be Wan-Bissaka benched?
Yeah, Van der Beek starting.
Oh yeah, Van der Beek.
Martial starting.
But you think it will be Martial instead of Sancho then? I don't think Martial starts.
It's tricky. It's actually tricky.
Martial comes on because Ronaldo is not getting benched after the 2 goals. You can't. But at the same time, when Ronaldo starts a game, he doesn't get subbed off.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, I think Ronaldo wants to play in the Champions League at his goal tally because these are the type of games he gets more goals. That's a very good point. Like Solskjaer probably be saying to Ronaldo, Ronnie, you're going to be starting on the bench, but Ronaldo be like, no, I'm here to score goals. I'm here to set records. That's probably what Ronaldo says to him. Then Ollie can't do anything else. It's very true. But then when Ronaldo starts games, he doesn't get benched. He doesn't come off. But at the same time, he's fit enough to play 490 and then play 490 on West Ham because it's on Sunday. He has time to recover. So we can't even worry about Ronaldo like that because he's an athlete. He's basically like 26, 27, the way he is, his body is.
I don't know. It's gonna be whatever it is. We're gonna slap them. So I'm not too stressed about that. 5-0,
6-0,
4-0. We'll blitz them in the first half.
No, it's gonna be Ronaldo hat trick, Greenwood brace, and Sancho to get 3 assists and a goal. Big run. hearing this. Sancho, 3 assists, 1 goal. And I'm sure that'll silence you for a few weeks. But yeah, 5:45 kickoff.
Early one. Make sure you watch it. BT Sport. I can't wait. I'm going to come home from work, slap it straight on the TV. Oh!
Lads, wait till you hit the 30s. The body's not the same, no matter how many ice baths. Ronaldo is an athlete. Ronaldo is an athlete, conditioned athlete. Watches what he eats, drinks, everything. He's literally, scientists can't believe the way he is, but he is the way he is. So we can't really say much about Ronaldo in that department. He's not your typical 30-year-old or 36-year-old. So
Ronaldo's a freak of nature, guys. Literally.
I feel like every player in this squad has the potential to succeed, and I feel like most players in this squad will succeed this season. I'm very confident for this season. I just need to get my 3rd kit. This is obviously the away kit. Hopefully,
not what happened to not up anymore.
Be wearing this tomorrow, but 3rd kit. I'm telling you, I'm sorry that the Glazers have done this to me. They're very smart. They made sure that this season we had the best ever kits. This season is one of the best kits I've seen in a while. So every single kit I need to buy. And obviously you signed Ronaldo. So you can't just expect me not to buy a Ronaldo top. You'll be seeing me in Old Trafford full kit, long sleeve top, mercurials. I'll be there at Old Trafford. When you'll see the video, I'll post it on ATF Football on Instagram. You'll see me outside Old Trafford, the long sleeve top, the shorts, the socks, and the mercurials.
You have to get the old school mercurials.
I would have done that, but I've already spent too much on the kits. I'll be wearing my boots. My boots I wear now.
When payday hits, I'm getting the training kit. I like the training kit.
I saw someone wearing that in the gym. 3rd kit is so nice. Yeah, the 3rd kit is so nice. It's just sold out everywhere. I can't get it.
Chinese websites, DHgate. You get one.
DHgate. I saw that website. I'm scared. I'm scared of that website. I know about the website. I'm scared. After we signed Ronaldo back, I had to get one. First United shirt in 10 years. Being protesting against the Glazers is my own. Yeah, I mean, the Glazers, they're smart people. They've silenced most fans. Obviously, there's still people like Anton who still very strong. Not going to buy any kits, but I fell. I just had to do it.
I cancelled my subscriptions to MUTV, the Man United club or whatever. I cancelled everything. I'm not doing it. I don't care. Sam Ronaldo, blah blah blah. But
I mean, I've never had MUTV. Wow, that was extreme.
Yeah, when I say I watch the youth matches, like I'll sit with my phone in the gym, watch the replays, have it just in the background, like.
Yeah, I just used to with youth games. I always used to watch youth games in London because unfortunately, I'm not a Manchester-based United fan. I mean, Man United are global. We're not just in Manchester, so I hate it when people say, "Oh, you're even from Manchester." But
it's dumb. It's a dumb argument.
It's silly because if you're just from London and you support Chelsea, that is a small club. There's not obviously not global enough, but yeah, we're here. We're going to win the Champions League. We're going to win the Premier League. United talk. It's been a good evening. It's been a very good talk on this season. And Cristiano Ronaldo will win us the Champions League. I've answered that question. And any last comments, Anton?
I don't really have any comments. But I'm just excited. I'm on the background. I can't really turn my camera around, but you should always watch the all access areas and pitch side cam.
Yeah, I'm going to watch that. I'm going to go watch that on the TV now because I haven't seen it yet.
The Man United YouTube channel is very, very good, I must admit.
Yeah, it's very good now. It started to become better. And yeah, Big Ron, we'll see you later this week when we do our next show and United talk. And yeah, West Ham Sunday.
Can't
wait for that.
West Ham Sunday, Young Boys tomorrow. 2 wins out of 2 from this week, I believe. 1, 2, 4. Oh yes.
See you next time. Goodbye.